What if I told you that one small change in the way you style your hair could make you look 10 years younger, starting today? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? But the reality is, for women over 55, hair is often the most overlooked part of an anti-aging routine. We think about skincare, makeup, even clothes, but forget that our hairstyle frames everything. The wrong cut, color, or styling habit can add years to your appearance, while the right everyday tricks can instantly brighten your face, soften your features, and bring back that youthful glow you thought was gone. Here's the secret. You don't need expensive salon treatments, harsh chemicals, or drastic makeovers. You need smart, practical styling strategies that work with your hair as it is now. That's what this video is all about. 7 everyday hairstyling tricks that are simple, elegant, and proven to make you look younger and feel more confident. I've worked with countless women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond who were shocked at how small adjustments made a huge impact. One woman in her late 60s swore she needed a full cut and color change, but all she really needed was volume at her roots and a few soft layers. Another thought bangs were too young for her, until she tried a light side-swept fringe that instantly highlighted her eyes. These are not extreme changes. They are subtle refinements that respect your age while enhancing your natural beauty. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal how to create natural volume without stiffness. Choose hair color shades that light up your complexion. Use layers to frame your face beautifully. Keep your hair shiny and healthy every day. Pick the kind of bangs that actually work after 60. Change your part for a fresher, more dynamic look. And finally, use hair accessories in a way that feels modern, elegant, and never overdone. By the end of this video, you'll see how these small tricks combine into a powerful, anti-aging hair routine, without the stress, without the cost, and without pretending to be someone you're not. So, let me ask again. If looking 10 years younger was as simple as changing the way you style your hair tomorrow morning, wouldn't you want to know exactly how? Let's start with the first styling trick, the art of creating natural, youthful volume that instantly lifts your whole look. One of the fastest ways to take years off your appearance is by creating natural, youthful volume at the roots. Flat, limp hair has a way of dragging your whole face down, making your jawline look heavier and your features more tired. But when you add lift at the crown and softness around the face, suddenly everything looks lighter, fresher, and more energetic. I'll never forget Linda, one of my clients in her mid-60s. She had always complained that no matter how carefully she styled her hair, it seemed to fall flat within minutes. She assumed it was just part of aging, that thinning hair over 60 simply couldn't hold shape anymore. But here's the myth we need to bust. You don't need thick, youthful hair to create volume. You need the right technique. Most women believe that more hairspray equals more volume. In reality, overloading your hair with heavy products can actually weigh it down. The secret is to focus on 3 simple steps. Lift from the roots. Flip your hair upside down while blow drying, or use a round brush at the crown to direct air right into the roots. Choose lightweight products. A small amount of volumizing mousse or root-lifting spray designed for thin hair over 50 will give support without stiffness. Create layers strategically. A few soft layers around the crown add instant fullness, giving the illusion of thicker hair. Think of volume like architecture. It's not about building more material, it's about creating structure. When done correctly, volume frames your face, smooths your profile, and instantly softens fine lines. Women often tell me they look as if they've lost weight overnight, just from this subtle lift. That's how powerful the right styling can be. Another insider tip. Don't ignore the direction of your part. Simply flipping your part to the opposite side creates instant lift and freshness. It's a quick, zero-cost trick that can make your hair look fuller in seconds. And here's the best part. Maintaining volume doesn't mean spending hours in front of the mirror. By focusing on root lift, lightweight styling products, and the right haircut, you can enjoy effortless body and bounce every day. So the next time you look in the mirror and wonder why your hair feels lifeless, remember, it's not about age, it's about approach. Give your roots some attention and watch how it transforms your entire look. Now that we've unlocked the power of volume, let's talk about something just as impactful: hair color. Because even the most beautifully styled volume can fall flat if the shade you're wearing is making your face look dull. If volume creates structure, then color is what brings your face to life. The wrong shade can cast shadows, make your skin look dull, and emphasize fine lines. But the right tones can brighten your eyes, soften your complexion, and instantly take years off your appearance. Here's the mistake I see far too often. Women over 55 holding on to the same deep, dark shade they've worn for decades. While a rich brunette or jet black may have looked striking in your 30s, those shades can look harsh later in life. They tend to accentuate under-eye circles and flatten your natural glow. The truth is, lighter and softer tones work wonders as we age. I don't mean you need to go platinum blonde overnight. Instead, think in terms of dimension and softness. Adding honey highlights, caramel ribbons, or even warm chestnut lowlights creates light around the face and keeps your look modern. Carol, one of my clients in her early 60s, once told me she felt like her dark brown hair was making her invisible. People would notice her wrinkles before they noticed her smile. We lightened her base just slightly and added golden highlights framing her cheekbones. The transformation was instant. Her skin looked fresher, her eyes brighter, and suddenly she looked not only younger, but also more approachable and confident. Here are a few rules of thumb when choosing hair color for mature women. Stay within a natural range. 2 to 3 shades lighter than your natural color is usually enough to brighten your face without looking artificial. Blend your grays. Instead of covering them completely, consider gray blending techniques. A mix of highlights and lowlights allows silver strands to look intentional and chic. Avoid flat, solid blocks of color. Dimension is your best friend. Multi-tonal shades give hair depth and movement, making it look fuller and more youthful. Searches for best hair color for women over 60 and gray blending techniques are popular for a reason. Women are looking for ways to look modern without losing authenticity. Remember, the goal isn't to hide who you are, it's to enhance what you already have. And don't underestimate the impact of tone. Warm shades, like caramel or honey, often flatter mature skin better than ash tones, which can sometimes wash you out. By choosing a color that reflects light and adds softness, you're not just changing your hair, you're lifting your whole appearance. Think of it as turning on the natural spotlight for your face. Now that we've explored how the right color can brighten your look, let's move on to the next secret: layers. Because even the most radiant color can fall flat without the right cut to bring it to life. If volume gives your hair structure and color brings out brightness, then layers are what create softness and movement. One of the biggest mistakes I see women over 55 make is sticking with one-length haircuts that hang heavy around the face. While they may feel safe and easy to manage, these styles often weigh down your features and emphasize the very lines you're trying to soften. Here's the myth we need to bust. Many women believe layers are only for younger women with thick hair. In reality, face-framing layers are one of the most flattering choices for women over 50. They're not about chasing trends, they're about strategically shaping your hair so that it works with your bone structure, highlights your best features, and draws attention upward. Take Linda, for example. At 67, she had worn the same blunt, shoulder-length cut for nearly a decade. She confessed she felt like her face was becoming harsher with age and makeup wasn't helping. When we added soft, layered angles around her cheekbones and jawline, the effect was immediate. Suddenly, her face looked lifted, her smile brighter, and she said she finally recognized herself again in the mirror. Here's how layers can help you look younger. Softening lines. Gentle layers around the face can blur the look of jowls or sagging skin, making your profile appear smoother. Adding movement. Instead of a heavy, one-length style, layers give hair flow and bounce, creating a sense of vitality. Enhancing volume. When paired with root lift, layers create the illusion of fullness, which is key for thin hair over 50. A good rule of thumb is to keep layers soft and blended. Avoid overly choppy cuts, which can look dated and make hair appear thinner. Ask your stylist for long face-framing layers that start around the cheekbones or chin. These are flattering for nearly every face shape and give you styling versatility. You can wear them sleek, wavy, or softly curled. The beauty of layers is that they're timeless. They don't scream, "I'm trying to look younger." Instead, they quietly add polish and ease, helping you look like the best version of yourself today. And remember, the goal isn't to change who you are. It's to refine, soften, and highlight the features that already make you beautiful. Now that we've uncovered how layers can transform the shape of your face, let's talk about the foundation that makes every haircut shine, keeping your hair healthy, shiny, and strong every single day. A youthful look isn't only about the cut or the color, it's also about the health of your hair. Dull, dry strands can make even the best haircut fall flat, while shiny, nourished hair instantly signals vitality and confidence. Think of shine as your built-in accessory. It catches the light, frames your face beautifully, and makes you look radiant no matter your style. Here's the myth many women believe. After 55, it's normal for hair to look dry and lifeless, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's simply not true. While aging does bring changes, like reduced oil production and finer texture, you absolutely can restore softness and shine with the right daily habits. One of my clients, Margaret, 64, used to describe her hair as straw-like. She thought the only solution was to cut it shorter and shorter. But once she adopted a simple routine, using a hydrating shampoo and conditioner, applying a lightweight serum to the ends and lowering the heat setting on her blow dryer, her hair transformed. Within weeks, her strands looked smoother, shinier, and full of life again. Here are 3 simple steps for a healthy hair routine after 55. Moisturize consistently. Choose shampoos and conditioners labeled hydrating or moisture-rich. These replenish what aging hair naturally loses. Protect from heat. Always apply a heat protectant before styling. High heat is one of the fastest ways to strip shine and cause breakage. Nourish overnight. Sleeping on a silk pillowcase or loosely braiding your hair reduces friction, keeping strands smoother and healthier. Another insider trick. Don't overload your hair with heavy oils or thick creams. They can weigh hair down and make it greasy rather than glossy. Instead, opt for lightweight serums or sprays that add shine without residue. Searches for best hair care routine for women over 55 and shiny hair tips are skyrocketing because women everywhere are realizing that shine is a sign of youth, and it's completely achievable at any age. Healthy, glossy hair doesn't just improve how you look, it changes how you feel. Women often tell me that once their hair started to shine again, they carried themselves differently, more confidently, more proudly. It's a reminder that beauty isn't about perfection, it's about radiance. And once your hair is shiny and healthy, you have the perfect canvas to try one of the most underestimated tools for softening your look: bangs. Let's move on to see how the right fringe can frame your face and instantly take years off your appearance. Few styling choices spark as much debate as bangs. Some women swear by them while others avoid them completely, convinced they're only for teenagers. But here's the truth. The right bangs, cut and styled for your face shape, can be one of the most powerful anti-aging tools you'll ever try. The myth is simple. Bangs make you look childish. The reality? Bangs, when chosen carefully, actually soften facial features, disguise forehead lines, and draw attention to the eyes, the most expressive part of your face. Instead of making you look younger in a forced way, they add elegance, mystery, and polish. Take Carol, a 60-year-old client who resisted bangs her entire life. She thought they would look silly or be too much work. But after trying a light, side-swept fringe, she couldn't believe the difference. Suddenly her eyes sparkled, her forehead looked smoother, and her whole face appeared more balanced. She told me, "I finally feel like I found the frame my face has been missing." Here are some of the most flattering options for women over 55. Curtain bangs. Long, parted in the center, and blending into layers. Curtain bangs soften cheekbones and jawlines beautifully. Side-swept bangs. These are light, angled, and incredibly easy to style. They draw attention diagonally across the face, creating lift. Wispy bangs. Thin, feathered bangs that give coverage without heaviness, perfect for fine hair. The key is to avoid blunt, heavy bangs that create a harsh line. Instead, keep them soft, textured, and blended into the rest of your hairstyle. Searches for best bangs for women over 60 and youthful hairstyles are so common because many women sense this little secret. Bangs aren't about hiding, they're about highlighting. They bring focus back to your eyes, your smile, and the natural energy of your face. Another tip, bangs don't need to be high maintenance. With the right cut, they practically style themselves. A light blow dry or a quick pass with a round brush is often enough to keep them in place. When chosen correctly, bangs can act like a soft focus filter for your face, giving you that effortless, polished look that feels youthful but not forced. Now that we've unlocked the power of bangs, let's move to another often overlooked detail, your part. Because the way you divide your hair can make just as much difference to your look as your cut or color. Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference, and nothing proves that more than your hair part. Most women keep the same part for decades, straight down the middle or always on the same side. It feels safe, familiar, and automatic. But here's the problem. An unchanging part can actually make your style look flat, dated, and less dynamic. The myth is that your part doesn't matter. In reality, changing your part is one of the easiest, most effective ways to refresh your look instantly. Without cutting, coloring, or buying anything new, you can create lift, balance, and even highlight your best features just by shifting where your hair falls. I'll share an example. Diane, 62, had worn a deep side part her entire life. She thought it slimmed her face, but over time it began to emphasize sagging on one side. When she tried a slightly off-center part, the effect was striking. Her face suddenly looked more balanced, her hair had new body, and she looked instantly younger. She couldn't believe such a small change made such a visible impact. Here are a few parting strategies for women over 55. Try a side sweep. A soft side part adds volume at the crown and creates lift, especially helpful for thin hair over 50. Experiment with a center part. Paired with curtain bangs or face framing layers, a center part can give a modern, elegant look without harshness. Flip your part occasionally. Even moving your part just half an inch can revive flat roots and add instant freshness. The beauty of experimenting with your part is that it's completely reversible. If you don't like it, simply flip it back. No commitment, no risk. And sometimes, just the act of breaking out of an old habit can make you feel renewed. Searches for parting hair tips for older women and hairstyle tricks to look younger are growing because women are discovering this simple trick that costs nothing but delivers immediate results. Think of your part as a frame. By shifting it, you can emphasize your cheekbones, soften your jawline, or draw attention to your eyes. It's a quick reset button for your style that doesn't require scissors or dye. Once you start playing with your part, you'll realize how much versatility you actually have in your everyday routine. And when paired with accessories, the results can be even more striking. So let's move on to the final trick. How to use hair accessories in a way that feels modern, elegant, and completely age-appropriate. When it comes to looking younger, most women focus on cuts, colors, and products, but overlook one of the simplest, most effective tools, hair accessories. The right accessory doesn't just hold your style in place, it elevates your entire look, adding polish, elegance, and personality in seconds. The myth is that accessories are only for younger women. Many women over 55 fear that wearing a headband, clip, or scarf will look childish. The truth is, when chosen with care, accessories can project quiet luxury, sophistication, and timeless style. They can actually make you look more put together, not less. Take Evelyn, 65, for example. She once told me she felt her gray hair made her fade into the background. When she started using a slim pearl clip on one side, people noticed her sparkle again. That tiny detail made her hair look intentional, elegant, and youthful without trying too hard. Here are a few accessory strategies for mature women. Minimalist clips. Choose metallic or pearl barrettes that blend seamlessly with your hair. They secure your style while adding subtle shine. Soft headbands. A fabric or velvet headband in neutral tones feels chic and modern. It keeps hair away from the face and frames it beautifully. Light scarves. A silk scarf tied loosely around a ponytail or bun instantly makes your look more polished and sophisticated. The secret is moderation. Skip oversized bows or overly glittery pieces, which can look juvenile. Instead, think refined accents, small details that elevate your everyday hair. Searches for elegant hair accessories for mature women and quiet luxury style are rising because women are rediscovering how little touches create a big impact. Accessories are not about hiding age. They're about celebrating personal style with grace. And the best part? Accessories take no time at all. They're perfect for days when your hair isn't cooperating or when you want to look instantly put together for dinner, an event, or even a Zoom call. The right clip, scarf, or headband can act as the finishing touch that completes your entire outfit. It shows intention, and intention always reads as confidence. So remember, accessories aren't just extras. They are powerful styling tools that bring softness, structure, and sparkle to your everyday look. Now that we've uncovered all 7 styling tricks, let's bring them together into one powerful reminder. Age doesn't limit beauty. It refines it. Let's wrap up with a quick recap and a message of inspiration to carry with you. So there you have it, 7 everyday hairstyling tricks that can make you look up to 10 years younger, starting today. From creating natural volume, to choosing face-brightening color, to adding soft, flattering layers, to keeping your hair shiny and healthy, to finding the right bangs, experimenting with your part, and finishing with elegant accessories. Each step is simple, practical, and designed for women over 55 who want to feel beautiful every single day. Remember, youthful style isn't about pretending to be 30 again. It's about embracing who you are today and refining your look with confidence and ease. When you give your hair the attention it deserves, it transforms not just how you look, but how you carry yourself. Women often ask me, what's the most powerful anti-aging trick? And my answer is always the same. It's not one single product or treatment. It's the combination of small, thoughtful choices that add up over time. These hairstyling tips for women over 50 are proof of that. They're not about chasing youth, but about highlighting the radiance you already have. Think of your hair as your daily crown. With the right care and styling, it becomes a reflection of your personality, your energy, and your elegance. And the best part, every one of these tricks is within your reach. You don't need expensive salon visits or complicated routines. So now I'll ask you, which of these 7 tricks will you try first? Will it be a new part, softer layers, or maybe a pearl clip that brings just the right touch of polish? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you have a friend who's also been struggling with her hair, share this video with her. Sometimes, one small suggestion can completely change how someone feels about themselves. Finally, if you enjoyed this, stay tuned for my next video where I'll reveal the best anti-aging hairstyles for women over 60 that instantly brighten your skin tone. You won't want to miss it, because at the end of the day, beauty at any age isn't about turning back the clock. It's about stepping into the world with confidence, grace, and a little bit of sparkle.